Now, the weather is warming up, and as we tackle some spring activities, it's important to take the time to prepare the muscles and joints to avoid injury. Now, chiropractor Nekessa Remy joins us now with a 5-minute routine that could help us avoid some of those injuries. Just first and foremost, what kinds of injuries do people get during the spring mostly?
Mostly, I would say lower back and shoulder injuries. And it has a lot to do with the fact that we're sitting all day long, and then on a weekend we go tackle these huge products, and our bodies just aren't ready for those.
That's definitely been me. We do take these super long walks during the day and on the weekends. So what can we do to try and avoid that?
The most important thing is prepare your body for the activity. So whether you're golfing, spring cleaning, gardening, you want to make sure that you prep your body for the activity to reduce your chances of injury.
Definitely. We have a 5-minute routine that you're bringing in. Can
Yes.
we jump into that? What are some of the
Yeah, so we're just going to grab a golf club here because we can use these for the first couple.
Thank you.
So one area we really have to warm up are the hips. Again, we sit all day, they get tight. So hip openers are great exercises. And all we're doing here, using the golf club for balance, bringing your knee up, opening it up to the side, rotating it down to the floor, and then bringing it back to start. If you do this exercise 10 times, you're opening up the hips, which will really help take pressure off your low back to prevent injuries from happening there.
That's great. That feels wonderful.
Yeah, and if you hear a little clicking and popping, totally normal.
I definitely do. Very good. So that was my next question.
The next exercise that we're going to do is a golf version of what's called a good morning. So you can just place the golf club behind the back here, and then you're going to push your hips back. As you do that, you should feel a stretch in the back of your legs. And then from here, we're just going to rotate shoulders from one side down to the other.
And knees in this case, are we a little bit bent or
Slight
straight?
bend,
Okay.
you got it. And this is really good for those people who, are heading to the golf course. A lot of rotation is necessary when we swing a golf club, but unfortunately, not a movement we do during the day, so really good to do before you head to the golf course.
Definitely, definitely. What other movements do we have going on?
So now we're going to move to the lower body. One exercise that I like for the knees are called knee clocks. So you're going to balance on one leg. The leg that's up is going to hit the 12 o'clock position, the 3 o'clock position, and then the 6 o'clock position. And what we're doing is we're working on strengthening those little muscles or ligaments around the stance knee. So good to do before you go out, hike, walk, you want to get the knees ready. The other thing we want to do, and this is great for balance as well, ankle circles. So you're going to hold one leg up, and then you're just going to do circles with your ankle and foot in one direction, and then the other. A great way to open up the ankle to prevent ankle sprains. By far, the #1 injury, runners and hikers, ankle sprains.
I bet. How does balance play into all of this? Is that something that's really important?
Absolutely. Balance is really all about the control of the joints. When we sit all day, we're not working our joints. So when you go and you stress them in the afternoon or weekends, you want to make sure that those muscles and ligaments are strong to prevent joint injuries.
Definitely. We have one more exercise, I understand.
So we're going to hit to the floor. Okay, we can use the golf club for this too. So these are for my gardeners. We're going to start kneeling here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to extend the hips up, take the golf club overhead. So with my gardeners, you're in the garden, you're bending, you're crouching, low back, shoulders can get really tight. This is a great one to do before you go out to limit those injuries from happening.
That's very nice. And how often would you do something like this?
To be honest, every day in an ideal world, but definitely on the weekends before you head outside, you take this 5 minutes and do all of these exercises.
Definitely. This is something that doesn't take very long either, so you're able to just even, throw the TV on, sort of take your stretches.
Exactly. I try to make it as easy as possible so people will actually do it.
That makes sense. And how many of these would you do in a row?
For every exercise, do a minimum of 10. You want to feel almost like a light sweat, so that's how you know your muscles and joints are ready for that activity.
Oh, I'm sweating a little bit. As I was saying, it's a little warm in here today. I'm already should take the suit jacket off, I think.
You are ready to work.
Ready to go do some gardening.
Exactly.
I know. That's what I'm not a gardener or a renter. I'm a renter, so we don't have a big garden. So we don't do a lot of gardening, but I try and do a lot of exercise on the weekends.
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, we spend sometimes 60, 70, 80 hours sitting in a day. You don't want to just get up on the weekend and start doing activity. You've got to get your body ready.
Definitely all ready to go. We'll have all of your information up on our website. Some of these exercises you can try out at home with your gardening, golfing, whatever it is. For now, we'll go to the break and we'll be back afterwards. More on Morning Live.